Hey everyone, welcome back to Scented Moments channel. I'm Jolima, and in this video I want to talk about 5 fragrances that are fantastic for the fall time, and they are very underappreciated for some reason. So I already talked about my, let's say, top 10 best fall fragrances video, but because I have a way too large fragrance collection, so I want to include and I want to highlight more fragrances that I think work wonderfully during this specific season that I absolutely love. And so I have here 5 fragrances. Some are niche, others are designers. This is not a ranked video, so in no specific order I will be mentioning them. And with that being said, the first fragrance that I have here is from a niche house, but this niche house specifically is being sold nowadays at Sephora actually, and their price tag, it's not exactly niche. It's in the 85 euros range for a 100 ml bottle size. Now I'm very familiarized with this brand, Bon Parfumeur, because a couple of years ago they sent out some fragrances for me for review purposes, which I did back then. But this one specifically, because I was such a fan, and I'm still such a fan of this house, I purchased this fragrance, and it is 302. This is a 100 ml bottle presentation. You see in front you have the 3 main accords / notes of this fragrance. So it's amber, iris, and sandalwood. 302. This is amazing. The reason why I really love this brand is because of price, quality, and uniqueness. They are not a groundbreaking fragrance house, not at all. They are not reinventing the wheel, but they have a lot of good fragrances, very well blended and somewhat unique for a very affordable price. And so again, this is a 100 ml bottle size, eau de parfum concentration. Price goes to 85 euros if I'm not mistaken. It's a banger, especially for the quality. This is a great amber scent. So this is amber, iris, sandalwood, like it's mentioning here. The type of amber that it's using here is in the same realm of Ambre Sultan by Serge Lutens, which I have and I absolutely love. So it goes in that territory. This also, it's a bit orangey, and you have this slightly suede, powdery, irisy accord with a creamy sandalwood on the base. It's a wonderful perfume. This is a type of amber. The amber accord used in here, you already smell. If you are familiarized with amber fragrances, you are familiarized with this type of amber scent. But in terms of the overall scent itself, it's unique, I would say. It's wonderful, absolutely wonderful. It's perfect for fall. It's a fantastic amber, especially for the price. Great quality scent. For 85 euros, you get here a nice presentation, a nice scent, high quality scent for the price. With a unique touch, in my opinion. It's great. It has everything to be a fantastic amber, especially for those who are not very familiarized with amber fragrances, and for those who are not also familiarized with niche perfumes. I think Bon Parfumeur is a great entry-level niche brand. So again, starting off this list is 302, again a fantastic amber that shines during the fall time. Next fragrance here is from the house of Givenchy. It's a classic. It is Givenchy Gentleman, the original Givenchy Gentleman Eau de Toilette. Now this is a tester, that's why you can see here the letterings behind the bottle here, but tester with a cap. I was very lucky actually. But again, this is the original formulation of Givenchy Gentleman. Now this is not vintage. I think this is not vintage, but this is the original Givenchy that was released in 1974. Amazing fragrance right here, but this is not for everyone. You gotta love patchouli and you gotta love honey. to appreciate this. This starts off with a fresh rose, and then starts to develop into this earthy, honeyed. The honey here is a bit animalic, slightly animalic, honeyed, earthy patchouli and vetiver. Amazing, amazing scent right here. Very masculine, and I'll not say bold, but maybe bold for today's standards in the mainstream designer line. So yeah, maybe I would say bold in that way, but this is very masculine. This is a 70s powerhouse. We usually use the term of 80s powerhouse because usually the fragrances released in the 80s were very loud and intense and rich, but this one is also rich and quite intense, at least on my skin. I would love to smell the original, the vintage formulation of Givenchy Gentleman, just to see how thick it is, because this one, although it has some thickness, especially the honey with the patchouli, but I would love to experience the vintage formulation of this one. I love patchouli, I love honey, so these are two notes that I really do love. So this for me is it's an easy love, and this works wonderfully during the fall time. I mean, this is also great for winter and for also spring. I don't know, because I just purchased this like a few months ago, so I don't know how good this will perform in the winter time, but I know that during the fall for sure it will perform nicely. And this screams fall, in my opinion, like the honey with the patchouli, with this fresh rose on top, vetiver, some cedarwood. So I think this has all the notes that work more for fall than winter time. But let's see how this will behave during the colder, very cold weather that it's in winter. But still, this is a fantastic scent. Gentleman, it's really the perfect name for this fragrance. It's really a gentlemanly scent, and unfortunately nowadays these type of scents don't work, but I still advise you to check this out. Givenchy Gentleman, it's still available in the online discounters, very cheap. I mean, I purchased this one for 39 euros, 100 ml bottle size like this, brand new with a cap. So I mean, they are still out there, so I really advise you to check out. But again, you gotta love patchouli and this slightly animalic honey. If you like those notes, you will definitely love this. So again, Givenchy Gentleman from 1974, a fantastic scent that works wonderfully, in my opinion, during the fall time. Next fragrance, it's from the house of Guerlain, and this is not discontinued, but I think the name was reformulated. They changed the name of this fragrance, and they definitely also changed the bottle, and I think now it's part of the L'Art et la Matière collection. I'll be honest, I don't know what's the current name of Lui. And it's a shame why they changed the bottle, why they changed the name. But I think, I mean, now I'm not sure. I should have Googled it before talking about this fragrance. No, I'm not sure if they changed the name or if they kept the name, but they definitely changed the bottle into the new L'Art et la Matière bottle presentation. But this is not discontinued. Lui is fantastic. It's an amazing perfume that it's very underrated. I think it's very slept on from the Guerlain range. It's one of the few modern releases from Guerlain that are borderline masterpiece. Is a borderline masterpiece in my opinion, because of the uniqueness, because of the blend, because of the quality, basically because of everything, because of the bottle. This bottle presentation for me, it's so unique, so special, and well, they change like they always do, but Lui is this, oh, it's so good, spicy vanillic carnation scent. How unique is that? Well, firstly, carnation, I mean, it's very rare to find carnation in a fragrance, especially nowadays. I mean, yeah, you have in Sergio of Casamorati 1888, which I talked about in my previous video, which I love. Then you have just in Egoist, you have here in Louis, and honestly, I have no idea what other fragrances use carnation, but there's a few out there for sure, but it's not very common. And this is so well put together. I mean, it's borderline gourmand, it's like creamy, woodsy, full carnation with some spices on top. So sensual, so alluring, seductive, mysterious. It's wonderful. For me, this screams fall because of that, all because of those qualities. It's a special scent for special occasions, and it deserves all the attention, in my opinion. I don't know if they reformulated this fragrance or not. I hope not, but I guess not. I guess they didn't reformulate it, but well, I didn't try, so I really don't know. I'm just guessing from what I heard so far from the new bottle side presentation of the L'Art de la Matière, but still, no one really talks about this one, very rarely, and it's sad because this is really a high quality scent, in my opinion. Again, wonderful for fall, unisex, man and woman can pull this one off easily, and it's a scent, again, if you want to smell yummy but sophisticated but mysterious at the same time, check out Louis from the house of Guerlain. The next fragrance here is from the house of Profumum Roma. On my top 10 best fall fragrances for this year, I mentioned a Profumum Roma fragrance, and I need to mention another one because this one is very slept on. I mean, Profumum Roma overall, it's very slept on for distribution reasons. It's not readily available out there, and definitely you will not find any Profumum Roma in the online discounters. But this one, even in the range of Profumum Roma, this is very slept on, and it's fantastic. It's a great perfume. It's a woodsy scent, and it's a sandalwood scent, especially a sandalwood fragrance done to perfection. It's Santalum, this one right here. Santalum is one of my all-time favorite sandalwood fragrances. Now, this is not your wannabe Mysore sandalwood scent, in a way that this is not your creamy sandalwood scent. This is more of an Australian sandalwood. This is very dry, very spicy. It literally smells like like sandalwood chopsticks, and it was like just mixed here. It was inputted here, you know. So it literally how it smells like, with some spices, lots of spices, and dry, very dry and dusty sandalwood. And for me, I would say that this also has some cedarwood, but the overall result, it's a really fantastic, dry, spicy woods. Amazing scent. And for me, this sandalwood and also incense, oud are very zen, relaxing notes for me. It's anytime I want to concentrate on a specific project, when I'm working, or if I'm going under stress, I always put some sandalwood, some incense, or some oud on me, and I immediately felt more relaxed and focused at the same time. And this has the same effect on me. But I absolutely love this. This leans more to the masculine side because it's so good. It's very intoxicating, it's very powerful. I mean, all Profumum Roma fragrances are highly concentrated. This is no exception. But it's a natural smelling scent. Natural smelling sandalwood. Dry sandalwood. Very spicy. The spices here, like, it gives a hint of cumin. So you gotta be careful with that. You need to try this one first. Yeah, it's amazing. I absolutely love this, and this is for me perfect for fall. I mean, winter also, and spring as well. I mean, sandalwood, it's a very versatile note, but because of the dryness, because of the very harsh woods notes in here, and the spices. I think the best season for this is fall. During the winter time, I prefer a bit. I want more resins, so maybe Arso from Profumum Roma, which actually I don't have, and I need to fix that. But Arso from Profumum Roma is very woodsy as well. It smells like pencil shavings for me, but with resins. And so Arso for me, I think it's better for winter, and this one amazing for fall. It's again, if you want just a nice woody fragrance, go with this one. It's Santalum by Profumum Roma. You will not regret. Of course, again, I need to warn you, the spices here might be a bit too much. I mean, this for me, it gives vibes of cumin, which it's fine. I love cumin. Gives this bit musky, sweaty feel, but I really like it. I mean, it works for me, but might not work for you. So you just need to be careful with that. But if you like cumin and if you like spices overall, I think this is a must try, at least. Again, Santalum by Profumum Roma. And last but definitely not least, from the house of Andy Tower, Fille une Rose Kandahar. I absolutely love this fragrance. Now, and I have this fragrance for a very long time. This is one of the OG fragrances in my collection, actually, when I started to dive into niche fragrances. So my first Andy Tower was L'Air de Deuxième Marquin, as I mentioned on my previous video. This was my second fragrance from Andy Tower, and I absolutely love this. This is still one of my all-time favorite rose fragrances. It's such a unique scent, and it's really, overall, it's one of the best fragrances ever created, in my opinion. Alongside L'Air de Deuxième Marquin, I mean, very different, but alongside L'Air de Deuxième Marquin, I think this is the best creation of Andy Tower. It's L'Air de Deuxième Marquin first, and then this is a close second. This has this realistic, I mean, silky red rose with tobacco leaves, with vanilla, with cinnamon, with amber. Oh, this is so good. It's so good. It's again alluring. It's a very romantic fragrance, unisex through and through. It's just to die for. Oh, this is magic in a bottle. If you love, oh man, I love this. If you love rose fragrances, check this one out. Now, I remember, and it's true, Rich Mitch, love you buddy, he said in one of his live streams that Andy Tower increased his prices, the prices in his fragrances, and this is the one that suffered the most increase. So you need to have that in attention, because when I purchased this fragrance, I mean, it was like what, 140-ish, 30-ish. I mean, it wasn't that expensive considering the high quality and uniqueness of this fragrance. And now I think it increased for over 40%. And it's true. Then I talked with my good friend at Niche Perfume store, Embassy Niche Perfume store, and he confirmed, yeah, it's true. Andy Tower will, or if he already had increased his the prices of his fragrances. And I mean, it's fair because Andy Tower, I think he never increased the prices of these fragrances. So I mean, it's only fair for that. But still, you still have an amazing fragrance that it's worth everything. Really, this is again one of the best rose fragrances ever created, in my opinion. One of the best scents overall. And actually, it's been a while since I talked about this one, and this is also a video that allows me to highlight some old loves again, and some fragrances that really deserve all the attention. I mentioned this fragrance a lot when I started this YouTube channel. Then, of course, with new fragrances coming, I mean, I kind of forgot about this scent, but I want to. Actually, it was my scent of the day a couple of days ago, and I love this. Really, it just reinforced the love of this beautiful scent. Again, spicy, silk red rose, tobacco leaves, amber, vanilla. Fantastic, a masterpiece right here. Again, Vie une Rose Kandahar by Andy Tower. Amazing fall fragrance. Actually, I think this should have been in my top 10 fall fragrances, but well, it's been featured here. It's still a masterpiece. Vie une Rose Kandahar by Andy Tower. Finishing this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me in the comments down below what underrated fall fragrances you would suggest me to try. I would love to hear your suggestions. Thanks again for your ongoing support, and see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Ciao.